I'll tell a client, I don't think you should buy this house. And I think they genuinely appreciate that. And I'll tell them why. And then, either they'll agree with me or they'll disagree with me, but I do think the honesty goes a long way in this. My name's Cole Devitt. I work for Premier State Properties and I sell luxury real estate. What inspired me to get into real estate was actually my grandmother. She sold in the area for about 40 years or so. She still actually works. We work together. Kind of started with me through high school summers. I'd get into it with her and help her out. Ended up going to law school after college. I was always kind of doing real estate on the side with law, but I found myself kind of focusing more on real estate. I liked it better. I liked getting out of the office. And I finally made the decision to go full into real estate, quit practicing law. What draws me into the real estate market down here is definitely the people that I meet, and then the architecture and design of houses. I meet fantastic people every day from all over the country. Everyone's got crazy stories, really unique backgrounds. You have business people, you have surfers, you have retirees, you have young professionals. It's everyone, and everyone mixes together, and no one cares what the other person does. It's a fantastic community of people where everyone gets along. It's still the village by the sea, but the amount of world-class dining that we have downtown, the bars, the boutiques, the hotels, it's really great to see the evolution of downtown. I grew up in Gulfstream. I can tell you where the best fishing spots are. I can tell you where the best surf spots are. I can tell you which streets flood and why they flood. And I know the history of the houses. I know the families that live there. Fortunately, it's made it really easy to sell the neighborhood for me.
Let's dive a little bit more into like real estate's built on relationships, like and how you manage those and how they're important.
Yeah, client relationships definitely one of the most important aspects of real estate. A lot of my business in the last year or so has been referral business. So, I'd like to think that's a testament of the output of my work. Keeping up with clients is very important. It's definitely hard to do. I have a handwritten list of all my current clients, and I try to keep up with them as much as I can, whether dinner, drinks, lunch. It's really, you got to put yourself out there. You got to be out in public. You got to be seeing people. I see clients all the time walking around Delray. And that's kind of the goal of it. Staying in touch keeps you top of mind to people, and that's how you grow your business, I think. My process to guiding clients through a major decision in their life is to give them the information that they need to come to an educated decision. And if they ask for my input, I'm happy to give it, but I want to make sure I give them all the actual information that they need to come to their own decision. A lot of real estate is about branding and creating your own brand and what makes you different than others. And that's part of why I'm here right now, I think, is to help promote my brand. And where I'd like to see it going over the next 5 years is to expand my client base, work some more on the Barrier Island, and potentially maybe get into some development down the road.
Why do you love being a realtor?
You never know what your next day is going to look like. Pros and cons, your phone's constantly ringing, but that ring could be the next, stepping stone to your career. The ups and downs to the career makes it super exciting, but also the relationships that I built with people. I've gone on vacations with clients, and, I go to dinner with clients. They've become like really good friends, and it's cool to have people all over the country that I'll fly to a different area and he goes, "Oh yeah, you can stay at my house over there." It's really neat to have that kind of experience with people. So a deal that stands out for me of like what kind of centers me back to why I love real estate. Been working with a client for a couple of years. Couldn't necessarily find him the right thing. He and his family moved over here from the West Coast. Something off market popped up, and I called him. I said, "Hey, y'all should come check this thing out." And they ended up coming, absolutely loved the property. Right before closing, he goes, "We were getting ready to move back out of state." We couldn't find what we were looking for. You solved a huge problem for my family and myself." And he gave me a hug, and I go, that's a pretty cool, unique experience to have, that I solved such a major problem for his family that they were getting ready to move back out of state. So that kind of, reminds me of why I do real estate.